So you realized Fuji was a somewhat viable system without immediate remorse and regret, and you might even want to buy a lens for... Is there someone sneaking up on me? I don't see myself bothering him at work, but whatever. It's not a two-way street on that one. Today we talk about the best lenses for Fuji.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
So we have a lot of interesting discussions and tests today. We're on the Fuji X-H2S with the old kit lens, 18 to 55, because it has OIS in there, and the stave is Panasonic level if it was a foot. It probably isn't, but it could be. I was actually riding my scooter to find like some scenic location, then it started hell storming on me, and it's like raining and windy nightmares, and I want to do all these tests, and I'm scared, and the skies are blue, but it's raining. All right, first let's get the kit lens out of the way because those are not on my list, but we have it. This might be the best vlogging lens, just if that stave is working like I think it might. It's not gonna work as good as the 16mm 1.4 that's in the bag and we're gonna switch to. But when it comes to the kit lens that replaced this one, the improvement, this is an 18 to 55, 2.8 to 4 stabilized lens. The new better one, frickin' 16 to 50, so the wider is nice, the not as long is not as nice. And then it's a 2.8 to 4.8, and you removed stave. Now, I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure how much it matters, that extra 5mm and the 0.8 of a Tony, so we're gonna test it right now. We're at 18, let's zoom on into 55. It's raining now, no, come on, you gave me a hope. Where's the hope? So here's 55 with Tony 4, but watch this. Now we're at 50mm Tony 5 to replicate that because I couldn't do 4.8. That's much worse, huh? That's a deal breaker. But the real deal breaker is the 3 ED elements. You freaking believe in that? I didn't even want to believe it, but then I read it and hey, he wants to kill me. You be nice. Where is he? Stop being nice. So could you even see the difference? Probably not, but on paper that sucks to lose 0.8 of a ton and then less reach too, so on paper, come on now. But it's really the 3D elements, and that reminds me of a question I got a while ago. It said, why the hell do you care so much about 3D pop? No one sees it. What's your problem, asshole? Listen, buddy, in order to demonstrate why, actually, this isn't really showing it, but we're at 55mm now vlogging. If you want 3D pop, the only reason I like it is because it's true to life. It's what the world actually looks like, and some lenses can see the truth. And if I'm being honest with you, the second part of it is because I lean towards Conspiracies as being fun, and whenever the mainstream agrees on something, I'm going the other way. So if you think 3D pop doesn't exist, I have some differing opinions. So it's just a cool look to have out in nature, and it's something different. I don't like the modern way of most of our things. Most things that are being made right now are just cheap and designed to like break. So you have to buy another one next year, and that's how companies make money. I want no part of that. Whereas like Voigtlander researched how to get the best image ever, and then they did that, and then you don't need another lens, and then they go out of business, and so what? That's fine. All right, so when it comes to the best lenses for the Fuji system, let's switch to the 16mm 1.4 to show you one of the best. My God. 16mm 1.4, is the stave worse? Because I've found it's actually not bad. Better than Nikon, whatever the hell you're doing over there. It's a little hazy due to all the rain on the elements of every frickin'. So 16mm 1.4, it's a good lens. It's got the pop. This dog is coming back again. He hates me. Why does he hate me so much? Damn sunshine. You gonna rain soon? Fucking flares and the haze. Yes, I wrote a list. So 16mm 1.4, that's, if you're liking this focal length, You can't do the 16 2.8. I'm sorry. I know you want to. Let me show you why you can't. Now we're at 2.8. This would replicate the lighter, cheaper 2.8 version, but that thing has no pop whatsoever. All right, I'm taking off this bullshit hazy rainy filter. Let that shutter ride. Ride to success. So all Fuji's new modern lenses have erased the depth. They don't know what they're doing anymore. I don't know why. So like you have to go with the old stuff if that's important to you, the pop, which nobody can even see, but I believe in ghosts. I've seen one. So this is the first one you get, 16 1.4. The next, somewhat decent lens, 18mm Tony-2. It's very light, very cheap, and very reliable in autofocus. Don't let the hobo bozos tell you that, oh, listen, the autofocus noise is bad. That means it's bad. I've never had a more reliable lens. All the new modern ones, they swish, they're loose, and they hunt for cats. Whereas these ones, they're slower, they're louder, they're not as smooth, but they don't hunt. That's the more important thing. Don't lose my ass. I just made a video on the Canon, and when I stopped it down to 2.8, it started hunting and losing. Even though it's face only detect, it shouldn't focus on anything unless it's a face. And it was like going back and forth. I couldn't even dance. Couldn't even dance my heart out. So it's like, what the hell is that? So while Fuji may not be the smoothest and most pleasing autofocus, come on now, it's like reliable is all I care. Like don't hunt a lot to the background. 23mm 1.4, another legendary lens. Don't get the new one that's weather resistant and it has linear motors and it lost all the pop. And in my opinion, you should not get the superior Voigtlander 23mm 1.2. I got 2 questions and they're like, should I get that? Is it worth it? Listen, save yourself. The Fuji 23 1.4 is a legendary lens. The Voigtlander will be slightly better look probably. A bit more pop and that tiniest amount of background blur to the detriment of you're now not in focus ever. You have to manually focus. You can't do anything fun. There's no street slow-mo stuff for you. You're not vlogging. It's like so limited now. For what? And it's probably more money. But I'm starting to realize this more and more. Even though you might have more pop in a manual focus lens, it's way more annoying. So it's not really worth it if you're still getting like a good autofocusing option. It's just, if your option is between the Voigtlander 23mm 1.2 or the new weather-resistant, non-poppy autofocusing one, then you get the Voigtlander, just to have some dignity. Let us switch to the Viltrox. Are you doing it? Am I exposed perfectly? I do believe I am. Ah, the pop is not real. So this Viltrox was a Steinbeck gift, but some people think that it has pop and they are lying to themselves. Am I still in the shot? It's not likely or possible, but this, no way it has pop. I've looked, the ED elements exceed the element count. You're kidding yourself. So this is not on my list of lenses worth purchasing through my affiliate links, even though they're cheap and you would think on paper, oh, 56 1.4, forget about it. No, you should forget your own name and send yourself to the police. The next lens on my list is of course the 35mm 1.4. You cannot beat that thing. Don't even try. There's other options in that focal period. That wasn't the word. You could have the 35mm Tony-2. No. It's decent, but it's focus breathy, and why save a couple hundred and cry yourself to sleep when you're not getting the best lens ever made? Like, what are we even doing here? Are you doing dishes later on? The 33mm 1.4, weather resistant, did you fall for that one? Are you literally sitting down watching this video knowing that you have that lens and you didn't instead get the best lens ever made? Should we feel sorry for you, or should you just like slap yourself or eat something really sharp? It's up to you. Which lens would God recommend? It's the 35 1.4, not the 33, you stupid dick. You lost all your pop. I am in a school. I probably should swear less. I will consider adding that to my arsenal. Now, when it comes to the 56mm 1.2, it would destroy this in every way. And you would think, oh, it's slower autofocusing motor. No one cares. If it just gets you and stays with you, you're fine. F-Log C2 will take you to the bank. That's for sure. That lens might be the best of all that we have witnessed here. I've tested it. I tested it versus the 50mm Tony 2. Back then, I didn't even know what pop was. I didn't know what I had. I'll tell you what I had. Backlit and magic. That's what I had. If you get that lens, not the new weather-resistant one that just everybody who got that is like, something's missing here. Something's not right with my shot. What happened? I upgraded, I thought. I spent more money, and now it's weather-resistant, and I can take pictures underwater of my dog. But like, you lost everything. I don't know why Fuji's doing it. It's good and it's bad in a way. All the new modern stuff is not worth getting, so you don't have gas. You're just looking for old like EF lenses, the old Fuji stuff, Zeiss. When will they ever make a lens again? Probably never. So it's like, it's cool. You don't have like a bunch of things to look forward to. On the other hand, that's really disappointing that you will not be in the year 2045 with like the best lens ever made. You wouldn't believe, like it's all gonna be one-dimensional. You think we're in 2D now. Wait till it's only 1D. I was walking out in nature one day and there was 3 girls walking down a nature trail, and I just heard one of them shout, "I love his D." And I was like, wow, that's PG-13 over there. Thanks for letting us know. I think I know what you meant, by the way, and that is uncalled for in a schoolyard. I'm sorry, kids. Go to recess already. You're in a jail, you know that, right? Don't worry about that. Have you chose your gender yet? No? That's 3rd grade? Okay. The point is, my friend, does it really matter? Not one bit. Obviously, I could do this whole thing on a Viltrox series of lenses, and we'd be, if not sharper and better off. I wouldn't feel so egotistical about the pop factor that most people can't even see, but I like to think it's there. There's a lot of stuff on that element too. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, this whole show, the hazy bullshit mess. I wasn't sure I could be so backlit, but I am now, because it's a sunny day, and it always was. So like, those are my lens recommendations. I've heard good things about that 60mm 2.4 macro, but for me, like, I would get the 56 1.2. Who cares that it can't do macro? It's way better than that lens. But that could be fun. And Angry Photographer has a list that I am not 100% sure on because I haven't tested them all, but he says the 90mm Tony 2 is a legendary lens, but looking at the formula, I don't think it is. And I've seen some Flickr stuff and I'm like, I don't know about that. And it's like 135 a quiv. Nobody has time for that kind of thing. So Fuji's done great and I'm happy enough. No, it's not smooth autofocus. The colors are strange, but F-Log 2C fixed the red face, although weather-stormed nose is still red on any camera. But damn you, wind and rain to hell in Canada. I'll leave after Bitcoin gets donated into my pocket. Huh? Viltrox pop. He agrees. Umbrella. That was smart. Should get one of those. Subscribe for my man, Sander.